Guys, this is Marquita here with Late Nights Early Mornings, and I'm just hopping on to give you a little plant and Aerogarden update specifically. So if you're new here, I love to grow things and garden. I used to live in a place where I had a balcony, so I grew many a thing on my balcony, but now I have moved to an apartment where I do not have a balcony. I only have indoor space. I don't have any outdoor space. So one great way to conquer that issue is to use aero gardens. So as you can see, I have two of them. The one up top here, sorry about the lighting. I should have got the other light on. But this one is not on right now. I haven't started growing. I've used it before. I don't have anything growing at the moment. This holds 6 pods. And I'll explain more about it if you're not familiar with Aerogarden. And this one is the Slim Elite. And I will link other Aerogarden videos I've done before featuring this one. I did an unboxing as well as just showing some progress of my items that were growing in here at the time that I used it. But today I'm going to be focusing on my current one, which is in progress. This is the Aerogarden Bounty Basic. Now, it has a digital screen. It holds 9 pods in comparison to the one up here that holds 6. So they have different sizes to fit your needs and all of that. And just in case you're wondering, what is that up there? That's just dirt from the last time. So yeah. This one also has a digital screen, by the way. And of course, it's not plugged in, so nothing's on, but just so you know. But the Bounty Basic here, it comes in different levels. So the Basic does not have the Wi-Fi to connect to your phone, which is the difference between it and the higher end models of the Bounty. But honestly, the Wi-Fi is just more so you can keep track of what you see here on this display screen on an app on your phone. So it's not really that necessary to have. I just like having the digital screen, which keeps track of one, and you can set it to tell your time. So it's currently 10:58 p.m. and that's correct. It shows your water level, so that's what that circle is in the middle where it says like full. It's been going for 6 days, and that's the calendar there. It shows you how long they've been growing, and it's 8 days in. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it all backwards. It's 8 days before, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 days it's been growing, and then how long until plant food. So it keeps track, and that's the great thing about the digital is that it keeps track of everything for you. When it needs more water, of course, it will alert you. You can look at your water levels, and as it starts to drop, the little diagram will get lower, just like anything else. And then it will say like from full to medium, and then it'll say low, and then it will also tell you add water when it actually needs water. And it will also do the same thing for your plant food. It will say add plant food. And once you do that, it will actually display on the screen. And once you do that, you just click OK, and it'll reset the counter for the next time that you need to add plant food. So with these, this is the salad set here that I'm growing, and I'll give you the official name. Let me walk away to the box here. This is the heirloom salad greens kit that is growing currently. And so you can see it has been, like I said, it has been growing for 6 days so far. And when you first start with your Aerogarden, you use these little plastic cups to help give that humidity and create that ideal greenhouse effect for the plants, the seedlings, when they first start. And after about 5 or 6 days, so pretty soon, I'm going to go ahead and remove those, and then they'll be in an open to grow. And like, for example, this one is pretty much about to start touching the top of the bubble, the plastic bubble. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those probably tomorrow or so. They grow pretty quickly. Most of these have already started to sprout. They do tell you about how long it can take for something to sprout. In this case, most of them are about 4 to 8 days. So as you can see, most of them have already shown a little bit of growth. There is a little something down in these, even though they haven't sprouted all the way up. I saw like a little root down there as well as here. And sometimes they just don't grow. And that's just something to keep in mind with Aerogarden. And it really has nothing to do, it's just like anything else. Things can be hit or miss, but most of the time I've had pretty good success, and I maybe have like 1 out of 6, or sometimes all of them grow. So it's not anything tragic. It's just something that happens from time to time, just like any other seeds or packs of seeds that you may buy. Sometimes they produce and sometimes they don't, no matter how ideal the setting is, because essentially this is technology. It's foolproof almost. All you got to do is follow the directions on when it tells you to add water, add water. When it tells you to add food. So yeah, this will be a salad that I'll be looking forward to having. And I'll do another update once they get larger and start to grow up a little bit, so you can really see how they grow if you're not familiar with that. But I do love my Bounty Basic, and I started with the smaller one just to see if I liked the Aerogardens, and then I went up and upgraded, and I have no regrets. So that's just a testament to the quality of the Aerogarden in my experience, in my opinion here. All right, and so finally, the other plant update that I want to give you is that I don't think I showed this since I've done my last like full houseplant tour, is I have acquired a peace lily. Now she is in need of water, and if you're not familiar with peace lilies, when they do need a drink, they start to droop, and that's kind of how they tell you, and that's honestly when you should water them. That's a good way to keep from overwatering them, is let them tell you when they need water. So what I'll do tonight, I will let it soak and absorb some water, and usually they function on about, I would say, probably every week or two. Again, just watch for the signs. When it starts to droop, give it some water. It is recommended that you use distilled water or some other form of purified water, not tap water, for optimal results. And so I'll be doing that. I use that in my Aerogarden, as well as when I water my other house plants. I use distilled water, no particular brand. I usually use the Target brand, the Good and Gather. I'll show it to you. I usually buy these for my water. This is the distilled water here by the gallon. They're like 99¢ at Target, so I usually buy those. I have used, Amazon has bottled water, distilled water. I use that too. So I use that in my Aerogarden as well as to water my plants, and it seems to work fine. So again, I'll be fixing her up for a soak soon. But I acquired this wonderful little plant. I did not buy it from my mother when I went home for Christmas, and it was looking like this when I saw it, and I kept saying, you need to water your peace lily, you need to water your peace lily, because it was drooping. And she kept it in the second den area, which is kind of like a it was a closed in car porch, so it's now a second den, kind of like a sunroom almost. And it was fine. She just is not a plant green thumb person. And so she needs plants that you can literally just neglect completely. Which is what she did to this one. And she said because it was kind of out of her sight, out of mind, that she would just forget about it. And she was actually about to toss it and throw it away. And so because I kept bugging her like, oh, you need to water it. So like a couple days before I left, she did sit it in the sink and let it take a good soak, and it perked right up. And she was like, well, since you are so concerned about it, how about you take it? Because she knows I have a bunch of houseplants and everything. So hence the peace lily. So I have acquired this peace lily, and we'll see if I can keep it going. And like I said, I will give it a good soaking tonight, and probably next time you see it, she'll be back perky again. And if you're wondering, the stand that she's sitting in is from was that World Market or Home Goods? It was Home Goods, yes. So I got this stand. It's kind of like a bamboo, I think, stand, and it is still in another basket. It's not sitting directly in there, it's sitting within like its own basket there. Now this one does not have anything to catch the water, so you will, if you don't already have it in something that catches water, whatever plant you sit in there, you will need to be mindful of that. that you will have to have some kind of way to catch the water when you water your plants, or if you just use it for decor, maybe you put a fake plant in there, then you don't have to worry about that. But just so you know, that is from Home Goods, and I think it was $24.99 or $29.99. It was between $25 and $30. And they also had it in different sizes. I think they had a little bit taller one as well, but that one fit perfectly. It's actually some space in there for the basket that is sitting in. So yeah, but that's all I want to do. I'll just show you a brief look at the other plants. I'm not going to go into detail today. That's the bicolor marginata and pink polka dot plant here. It's actually doing quite well. And then here are my other mostly pothos. There's a couple of aloe over there, and then mostly variants of pothos, purple waffle plant variants, and a few other things. But yeah, that is my plant collection. I do need to do a little pruning, as you see that nice yellow leaf coming in nice and strong and yellow. The rest of the plant is pretty much healthy. This is a golden pothos. My Manjula, which is one of my favorites just because I love the variation on it. And then my Brazil, which is just running away, and I am going to post it because I want it to start going up instead of trailing, because as you can see, it ain't much for it to trail. So we're going to try and help that out. All right, and oh, I've moved some around, so there's another golden there. All right, so those are my smaller houseplants, and I do have a Chinese evergreen, which is largest on the other side of the room, and I have a couple more plants on top of another bookshelf. So my house is pretty, as well as a snake plant. So my house is pretty well plant friendly. I have some great quality air. There's a snake plant hanging out. Another golden pothos up there, a ZZ plant, and my Chinese evergreen. It's just leaning because it's leaning in the basket, but it's fine. All right. So thanks again for watching. I just want to hop on and give you that little update with my Aerogarden, which is coming along, and I'll give more Aerogarden updates as the lettuce and different plants start to grow. And if I decide to activate this other one soon, I do have another kit. I will upgrade you or update you with that. But for now, thanks again for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and check out my blog as well. I also have my other social media handles linked down below, Pinterest and Instagram. So please check me out on there as well. See you next time.